What a gown this will be. Bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi.
Oh, it's a beautiful dress. Did you ever see such a beautiful dress? Hi everyone, welcome back to the Half Soybean channel. My name is Sharon, and today hopefully we are going to be making a very cute three-tiered baby doll dress. I have wanted to make something like this for a while now, and I'm so glad that I finally have a piece that I can flip for this video. Now, have you ever been up at night tossing and turning, or in general just feeling really bad about the harmful effects of gold mining, or really all types of mining in general? Maybe it's even the harmful effects of the fashion industry. Actually, all of these things are not only really bad for the environment, but they put a lot of lives in danger as well. So you might think, well, I have the Half Soybean channel to help me on my sustainable clothing journey, but where do I get my sustainable jewelry from that also has a really modern and trendy design? I just want to say a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Ana Luisa. They actually recycle old computer parts, mobile phone parts, and even old jewelry, and these are made into brand new and affordable jewelry. They start at $39, which is quite affordable, and I think they will make a really nice gift option for your friends as well. And on top of that, you can even get 10% off with my code SharonC10, which is linked in the description. They make all of their jewelry in small batches, so there's nothing wasted, and these are made across the United States and also in France. They're always releasing fresh new designs, so most of their jewelry is limited edition. Ana Luisa was nice enough to send me 3 pieces, and I have been trying them out for the last few weeks, and I have to say they are genuinely really good quality. I picked these safety pin design ones because I thought they went really well with the overall theme of this channel, and they are really minimal and dainty, which is generally my style of jewelry, so that's perfect for me as well. Anyway, I'm really excited to pair this gold toned jewelry with my cobalt blue baby doll dress, so stick till the end to see how I style those. Let's get started with our thrift flip today. I found this tiered cobalt blue maxi dress. I mean, it is a little bit strange because it's got a really long torso part. What I really liked was the color and also the 3 tiers, which I thought I could use to make into a baby doll dress. So to make this from scratch, I'd suggest starting off with ample amount of fabric, maybe around 2 meters even, because all of the tiers will take up a deceptively large amount of fabric. The first tier will be a waist circumference plus 40 inches, which is about 1 meter, and you keep adding 40 inches to that for the next tier widths. The height of the panels were about 12 inches for me, but you can adjust this according to where you want your skirt to sit. There was this bias strip that was sewn along the edge of the neckline, so I seam ripped that off because I wanted to add that back onto my new neckline later on. So here it is all ripped off, and I will set it aside later to use. Now, I was too lazy to seam rip, so I just cut down the sides of the top, as I thought I could just use one side of it to make my new bodice, but that didn't really work out as I thought. But I did cut everything apart, including the sleeves. To make the bodice, I freehanded this general shape. We want it to have an extra long shoulder line, so it actually comes across down as a faux sleeve. The bottom width laying flat should be half of your waist circumference plus 7.5 inches. So if you add those together, it will be your waist circumference plus 15 inches. I also just freehanded the neckline, first cutting only a little bit, then adjusting the front and back. The back one should come up further than the front neckline, but if you are freehanding like me, make sure you always underestimate how much you think you should cut. Now I'm using all the remainder fabric to cut out rectangles, which will be my arm frills. This is because I don't have one long piece of fabric, so I will have to attach small pieces together. For each arm, this strip should be about 15 inches long and 5 inches in height. Okay, great. Now I have all of my pieces cut out, and I think I'm just gonna get my sewing machine out to get some blue. Here we go. I mean, I guess we do have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is my sort of new background, but it's not finished. It's like this setup I just threw up because I had to film today, but I am working on a video about how I am making my new background. It's really not done. I have to still get some more shelving from IKEA for my Calic shelf, which is actually holding up my pegboard and everything, but yeah, that will come in a little bit of time. I like the way that it is going so far. Alright, so I think I'm gonna hang up this avocado basket onto the pegboard as well, but it's got my petals and cords and everything in it. Then I sewed the shoulder seams and the side seams down. Okay, so unfortunately I really cannot be bothered to switch out the overlocking thread into a darker color. I mean, I only really have white and black, but black might be more subtle on this, but you know what, I just cannot be bothered. So yeah, we're just gonna do white overlocking thread. Finishing off the raw edges of the shoulder and side seams. Then whilst I had my overlocker out, I'm also going over the top edge of the skirt to even it out. If you didn't know this already, the overlocker actually cuts uneven edges off for you. My camera is a bit shaky here because I was holding my camera with one hand and sewing with the other. But yeah, I just love that it does that. It's so satisfying to watch. These little strips, I cut out as many as I could from the remainder fabric after cutting out the bodice. So now I'm going to attach these together so I can make one long strip, halve it, and then be able to use that as like the fluttery sleeves on each side. The thing is that it just gets so confusing what is the right side and wrong side with these, because they both look really nice from both sides, but there is a right side for sure. It's like slightly more vibrant. I attached all of the little rectangles together to make one long strip and overlocked all the raw edges. Then I went around the entire length of the rectangle. I have created this long strip for the sleeve pieces, and I'm just going to cut this in half now so that both sleeve ruffles are going to be the same length. Oh, I should have just, that's sort of useless. Just split right at one seam that I already made anyway. Okay, so now I will sew them right sides together like this and create one loop like this, and then obviously overlock the raw edge off again. I don't want to like jinx myself, but it's going surprisingly smoothly. Like, I haven't had to undo any seams that I made mistakes on yet, so hopefully that is a running theme today and I can get this done before the sun sets, because I'm feeling like I need a little bit of a nap. Okay, now, okay, this is our top piece, and then I've got my beautiful skirt piece here. So now I'm going to add a gathering stitch along this edge and match it up to the size of this edge over here. Okay, now it's time to gather. Where is the top thread? I hope this doesn't snap. I was too lazy to put in 2 gathering stitches, so I only put in 1 row. But you know, if you're careful, you can get away with being lazy. So then you want to match up the top and skirt pieces right sides together, and of course I don't have the proper sewing clips, so I'm using metal hair clips instead. Then you just want to sew everything together. I ran that edge through the overlocker just to even things out again. Okay, so I've just tried it on. I was actually going to add like a slit button enclosure on the back, but it fits over my head without an enclosure, so I don't want to make extra work for myself, and because it's like a crinkle and it's like stretchy, I don't need extra buttons for this. but I guess if you're using stiffer material, then you can add like a little button and hook. What am I even saying? Like, you can add that to the back, but I'm just going to finish mine off with that bias strip that we pulled off earlier, and I will also be adding these ruffles to the back. I mean, not to the back, to the sleeves. On one side of the sleeve ruffle, I am adding a gathering stitch and gathering that up to match the circumference of the sleeve hole. So gather it so it looks a bit like this, like a little mini skirt for your arms, and then now put them right sides together and then sew along that seam to attach the sleeve. Then I hemmed the sleeves. Final step, I've got my bias strip. You can obviously make this yourself, or if you have a matching color at home, that's even better. I mean, I honestly just like cannot deal with making my own bias strip because it takes me so long, even if I have those like little, I don't know what it's called, but it's like these bias strip makers. Pretty much here, this is the right side of the dress here, and this is the edge of the collar, and I am opening up the bias strip and laying it down right sides together. So I will go all along the edge firstly like that. The last step of attaching the bias strip is that you sort of encase the gross bits inside of the strip. So now this is the inside of the dress, and I'm just flipping the bias strip over and I'm going to sew down along that edge. Okay, so one last exciting thing that happened was that I ordered some sample clothing labels. Let's see if it focuses. And just how cute is it? I drew it up myself. That's my logo, and I drew a little bean, and I thought I might attach this to everything I make. I know this is a thrift flip, but in the future, if I do end up donating my clothes or something, I think it would be really fun if they can find this label and they'll be like, what the hell is half soybean? And they can Google it, and hopefully they'll find something about me online. But I'm gonna put this on this dress as well, and we will be finished. Isn't that just so cute? Like, I love them. I really love how this dress turned out, and I think it was such a great and easy flip. I think the color is really beautiful too, and I think I'll get a lot of wear out of this in the summer. If you try this out, please make sure to share it with me. I absolutely love seeing your recreations, and it absolutely makes my day. Also, maybe don't wear this on a windy day because it has a tendency to be very flowy and it'll just, you know, fly up in your face. And so I had a bit of a Marilyn Monroe moment. Thank you for watching. Bye!